Also we study about motion only in kinematics also we studied about motion only, no? Then what is the difference between this one and kinematics? What is the difference between kinematics and Newton's laws of motion? Everywhere we study motion only, no ma? Clear, no ma? In kinematics we study only about motion, we do not study about the causes of motion. Clear, no? But here we will study about cause of motion also. And what is the cause of motion? Body moves by what? Force. Force is the cause of motion. So here we will study about force, we will study about momentum, we will study about inertia. All these concepts we will study in Newton's laws of motion. Are you able to understand? So therefore, I can say that cause of motion is what? Cause of motion is force. Force is the cause of motion. Are you able to understand? And what force can do? What force can do? Okay, ma? Force can start a body. It can start a body, no ma? If a body is in rest position, it can make a body to move, start the movement. Similarly, if a body is in movement, I can apply force and I can stop a body also. No? So force can stop a body also. Okay, ma? It can start a body, it can stop a body. Third one, it can change direction of a body also, no ma? Direction of a body also can be changed. See, without applying force, direction of the body can never change. Are you able to understand? You must apply force, then only the direction of the body is going to be changed. Clear? So therefore, for changing direction also we require force. Similarly, to change shape of a body, clear, ma? To change the shape of a body also I require force. Clear, no? So these are the different advantages of force. That is, it can accelerate a body, it can decelerate a body, it can change direction of a body, and it can change the shape of a body also. Clear, ma? Then there are basically four types of forces existing in the universe. Okay, ma? What are the four types of forces? So, four types of forces are, clear, ma? First one is gravitational force. Gravitational force, electromagnetic force, electromagnetic force, clear, ma? And are you able to see this one? And the third one is strong nuclear force, okay, ma? And the fourth one is weak nuclear force. So these are the different types of forces existing in the universe. Okay, ma? We know what is meant by gravitational force. We know gravitational force, no? It is a very long range force. Distance between sun and earth is in lakhs of kilometers. Distance between earth and moon, nearly 3.85 lakhs of kilometers. Clear, no? But still gravitational force is acting. No? So gravitational force is a very long range force. It exists for millions and millions of kilometers also. Clear, no? Whereas electromagnetic force, so the force existing because of electric field and magnetic field combinedly, that is called as electromagnetic force. Magnetic force, it is an electromagnetic force. Are you able to understand, ma? So there are many electromagnetic forces existing in the universe. Similarly, these strong nuclear forces, it exists. Strong nuclear force and weak nuclear forces, they exist inside the atom. Are you able to understand, ma? When you compare the strength of gravitational force and strong nuclear force is nearly 10 power 42 times bigger when compared to gravitational force. How many times bigger, ma? 10 power 42 times bigger. 10 power 42 times bigger is the strong nuclear force when compared to gravitational force. So strong nuclear force is very, very, very strong. So that is the reason why all the protons, even there is a very huge amount of repulsion between them. Protons are there inside the nucleus, no? So even though there is a very strong force of repulsion, they are existing at one place because of this strong nuclear forces. Are you able to understand? So these are the different forces which we have in nature. Okay. Then we study about a very important property which is called as inertia. Okay, ma? So what is meant by inertia? Inertia, I can define it as inability to change. Okay, ma? Inability to change is called as inertia. What? Changing what? Inability to change the state of, clear, ma? State of rest, state of motion, or a state of direction. Clear, ma? So then this inability to change the state of rest, motion or direction is called as inertia. Okay. Now can you say what is the meaning of this one? It means that, see, for example, if a body is in rest position, you are seeing all these benches, these cameras, all this, they are in rest position only, no? So without applying force, they cannot set themselves into motion. Can they move into motion? Our speaker akkadu kaasepadu tarvata ikkada untunda undadu kada. So body cannot change the state by itself. State means how many states are there? States of motion, how many are there? State of rest, state of motion and state of direction. So if I say there is a greater inability of changing these states, then I say body has more inertia. Are you able to understand? For example, state of rest. If a body is in rest position, it continues to be in rest position. Unless you apply force, the body cannot move by itself. Clear, no? Similarly, if a body is in motion, if a body is moving and external forces are absent, then a body can never stop also. Okay. For example, if you go to space where there is no friction, where there is no gravitational force, Earth nunchi oka 10,000 kilometers పైకి పోయినారు అనుకోండి. Are you able to understand? From there, if you throw a stone in the space, stone is never going to stop. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? It will never stop unless it goes and hits some another planet. Are you able to understand? So a body which is in motion, it cannot stop by itself. You have to apply some force, then only the body is going to stop. Okay. So this inability of ఎంత లేట్ రాకూడదు, రండి త్వరగా. క్లియర్ బా? సో ఇఫ్ ఎ బాడీ ఈజ్ ఇన్ మోషన్, అన్లెస్ యూ అప్లై ఫోర్స్, బాడీ కెనాట్ స్టాప్. Are you able to understand? Not only motion in a straight line, even rotational motion also. For example, if I place this pen around any axis, ఒక యాక్సిస్ చుట్టూ దీన్ని ప్లేస్ చేసి రొటేట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాను అనుకోండి, and if frictional forces are zero, then this rotating body also will never stop. It will continue to rotate in the space. Are you able to understand? So that property we can call it as inertia of motion. Clear? Similarly, inertia of direction. What is meant by inertia of direction? A body which is moving in one direction, so it cannot change the direction by itself. Are you able to understand? So direction marali ante definitely you have to apply some force. Without force, body can never change the direction. Are you able to understand? So for example, if you are going on a bike or a bicycle, okay, turning వచ్చింది, కారు లేదా బైకు టర్నింగ్ తీసుకుంటుంది, అది you have to apply some force. Are you able to understand? So these inabilities of the bodies to change their respective states, that is called as inertia. Are you able to understand? And here I can write that inertia is a measure of what? It is a measure of mass of a body. What is meant by inertia is a measure of mass of a body? It means that if a body is having greater mass, then its inertia also will be greater. That is called as inertia is a measure of mass of a body. Are you able to understand? How can I understand this one? Very simple. So you take the example of a cycle and you take the example of a car or a lorry. Are you able to understand? So consider here there is one cycle. Clear, no? And here there is one lorry. Clear? So consider this is moving with a speed of 2 meters per second and this is also moving with a speed of 2 meters per second. Are you able to understand? So out of both of them, which one can we stop? Cycle ni stop cheyochu kada, lorry ni stop chestara? Mudassir poyinadu annamata. Mudassir went to road and he is seeing two bodies traveling on the road. So first of all, he has seen his friend traveling with a speed of 2 meters per second. Are you able to understand? So he went in front of him, he holded the cycle and cycle got into rest position. Okay. So he started thinking that I can stop any body which is traveling with a speed of 2 meters per second. Clear, no? Then immediately he went on to the in front of lorry. Lorry mundara beta nilvannadu. Lorry is also traveling with same speed, 2 meters per second only. Clear, ma? But can he stop? Emautundi? Pattadu avutundi anamata. Clear? Why he is not able to stop, ma? Why he is not able to stop? Mass is greater. Cycle mass is some 30 to 40 kg only. But mass of the lorry is in tons. 2 ton, 3 ton, 4 ton lorries will be there. Are you able to understand? So if mass increases, then inertia also increases. Inertia means what? Inability to stop. So now it is in motion, no? It is in what condition? It is in moving condition. It means it is in the state of motion. Are you able to understand? If it is in the state of motion, then it has which inability? It has the inability to stop. That is the meaning of this one. Inertia ante emanukuna manamu, inertia is nothing but inability. Inability to change what? Inability to change state. State of rest, state of motion, state of direction. Are you able to understand? If it is in movement, it has inability to stop. By itself it cannot stop. Okay? And if mass is greater, that inability also increases. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? Are you able to understand? If mass is greater, it has more inertia. More inertia means what? More inability to stop. ఇది స్టాప్ అవ్వడం అంత ఈజీ కాదు. ఎందుకు? Because its mass is greater. Are you able to understand? So that is what is called as inertia. Is it clear? So how many types of inertias are there? Inertia of rest. It means if a body is in rest position and if you want to take that one into motion, it is not so easy. Okay? Again you take the same example of cycle and a lorry. So consider both of them, they are in rest position. Rendu rest lo unnai anuko. Cycle no meer easy ga push cheyochu kada. You can push the cycle very easily. But lorry venakal poi dani push cheyalante push avutunda adi? No, why? Its mass is greater. So it has which inability now? It has more inability of motion. It cannot be set into motion so easy. Are you able to understand? So if mass is greater, its inability is also greater. Are you able to understand? Similarly, direction. Clear? Again you take the same example, cycle and lorry. So consider both of them, they are moving in a straight line. Are you able to understand? So if cycle is moving in a straight line, with very less force you can change the direction of that cycle. No? Just to handle not అన్నారంటే తిరిగేస్తుంది. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? బట్ టు టర్న్ ఏ లారీ సడన్లీ ఫర్ చేంజింగ్ డైరెక్షన్, ఈజ్ ఇట్ సో ఈజీ? స్టీరింగ్ పట్టుకొని ఇటా 14 సార్లు తిప్పాలి. ప్రీవియస్లీ దే వర్ మెకానికల్ స్టీరింగ్, నౌ యూ హ్యావ్ పవర్ స్టీరింగ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ అ డిఫరెంట్. Previously in olden days, steerings were mechanical. Mechanical means they have to apply the force to rotate this bus or lorry. Now we have power steering operated by electronic devices. Okay? Now with a very little force you can change the direction, but previously it was not like that. If you want to change the direction of a lorry, చూసినారా పాతకాలంలో ఎప్పుడన్నా? When I was a small kid, the steering system was mechanical. Clear ma? వాడు స్టీరింగ్ తిప్పాలంటే దాన్ని పట్టుకొని 14 సార్లు తిప్పాలి. Then only it is going to change. Clear? So what I understand, if mass is greater, its inability also will be greater. Inability to stop or inability to set into motion or inability to change the direction. Are you able to understand? This is called as inertia. And based on this concept of inertia only, so Galileo has done many experiments. So all the Newton's laws, we have 3 Newton's laws, no? Newton's first law, Newton's second law, as well as Newton's third law. Are you able to understand? So all these laws, they were basically based on the work done by Galileo. Galileo has done all this work. So what Galileo has done, let us raskunara idi completed ma. See ma, let us see some of the work done by Galileo ma, then we will try to understand Newton's laws of motion, how they were framed. Okay? See, Galileo has done some experiments, out of which I am explaining some of them. First of all, he has taken a single inclined surface. Clear, Nama? What is meant by single inclined surface? Okay? Single inclined surface means here we have only one inclination, no? And here there is no inclination. Clear? So here he placed a ball and he released the ball. He inclined surface పైన ఒక బాల్ పెట్టి రిలీజ్ చేసినాడు. Clear now? Then he observed that ball has travelled some particular distance. So he observed that, let us consider ball has travelled up to here and its final velocity has become 0. That the ball has gone into rest position. Are you able to understand? Then he started thinking why the ball is stopped. అసలు ఎందుకు స్టాప్ అవుతుంది అనేది ఆయన ఆలోచించాడు. Are you able to understand? Then what he has done is he polished the surface. Clear ma? Polished చేసినాడు surface. Which surface? Surface of the ball also, surface of the ground also. Are you able to understand ma? Then he observed that this ball has travelled a greater distance. Is it clear? So previously it stopped only up to here. Now when it was polished, he observed that the body has travelled a greater distance. So why it is happening? Then the concept of friction came into existence. Are you able to understand? The concept of friction came into existence. It means if the surfaces are rough, so there is some force which is opposing the motion of this body. Surfaces roughga unnappudu there should have been some force definitely which is opposing the motion of the body. That is why body is stopped. Are you able to understand? But when you started polishing this one, it had travelled a greater distance. Then he further classified the surface, further he polished the surfaces. Then he has seen that there is some more distance travelled by the ball. So as you start polishing the surfaces, the distance travelled by the ball is increasing. Okay, so finally he concluded that if the opposing forces are zero, okay, ball will never stop. Can I say like this? Definitely I can say like this, no? So previously ball was stopping here, so opposing forces are greater. Ball stopped here, opposing forces have reduced. Ball stopped here, opposing forces have further reduced. Are you able to understand? And if opposing forces are zero, ball will never stop. Are you able to understand? And that concept is exactly what is called as inertia of motion, no? Inertia of motion. What is meant by inertia of motion? If a body is in movement and if there are no opposing forces, body will never stop. It has the inability to stop. Inability means what? It cannot stop by itself. That is called inability, no? So the concept of inertia was first developed by Galileo. Are you able to understand? So therefore, further he has taken double inclined surfaces. So we will do some problems on double inclined surfaces also. Clear, no? Same Galileo, he has taken double inclined surfaces. So he placed one ball here and he released the ball. When he released the ball, he observed that the ball is never reaching the same height again. Okay, ma? So when this height, let us consider it is 10 centimeter, this is never reaching 10 centimeter. It is always reaching less than 10 centimeter. Clear, no? Then he started polishing the surface. Then he observed that now the height of the ball has increased. Clear, no? Then he again polished. Then again he observed that height of the ball is further increasing. But it was not possible that this height and this height both are same in both conditions, in any condition. Are you able to understand? It means again he concluded that if there are no frictional forces, then what is the energy of the previous body in the first condition? So body will have same energy in the final condition also. So now ball has which kind of energy when it is at a height of h? It has an energy called potential energy. Clear, number? Energy possessed because of height of the body. Okay. Now this energy is reduced when there is friction. So he concluded that if there is no friction, ball will definitely reach the same height. Are you able to understand, ma? So he concluded something about the concept of energy also. Is it clear? So these were the experiments, some of the experiments are done by Galileo to understand the concept of energy and to understand the concept of friction. That is inertia. Are you able to understand? Okay. So based on these experiments done by Galileo, Newton has framed some laws, which is called as Newton's first law. Okay, ma? So what is the Newton's first law statement I am writing here? So write down now. So every body continues to be in the same state of rest, motion or direction. Okay, ma? Every body continues to be in the same state of rest, motion or direction. Motion or direction. Okay, ma? If external forces acting are zero. Okay, ma? So if external forces acting are zero, then every body continues to be in the same state of rest, motion or direction. What is the meaning of this one? If a body is in rest position and you are not applying any force, then the body will continue to be in rest position. That's all. And if a body is in motion, I am not applying any external force, body will continue to be in motion. Similarly, if a body is moving in a particular direction and you are not applying force, body will continue to travel in the same direction. So this law is also called as law of inertia. What you call this one, ma? This is also called as law of inertia also. Okay? Newton's first law is called law of inertia. Fine, ma? So this is exactly the work done by Galileo only. So same statement he has written like this. Fine? Okay. Then we study about Newton's second law, but before studying Newton's second law, we have to define a term which is called as linear momentum. Okay, ma? We have to define a term which is called as linear momentum. What is linear momentum? It is represented by the letter P, ma? So P is equals to, it is the product of mass and velocity of the body. Clear, ma? Linear momentum is represented by P, and mass and velocity of a body is called momentum, or you can call it as linear momentum. So there is one more term called angular momentum also, ma? Are you able to understand? But if just you say momentum, it always means linear momentum. To represent angular momentum, definitely you have to say it as angular momentum. Okay. So therefore, what is the unit of this one? Mass is represented in kgs number. Unit of mass is kgs, and unit of velocity is meter per second. So kg meter per second is the unit of linear momentum, and it is also called as the amount of motion present in a body. Okay, ma? So amount of motion present in a body is also called as linear momentum. Are you able to understand? Okay. So after studying linear momentum, now we have to study about Newton's second law. Okay, ma? So what is Newton's second law? So it says that, clear, ma? So the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to net external force acting on a body. Are you able to understand, ma'am? So this is called as the statement of Newton's second. So what it is saying, the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to net external force acting on a body or on a system. Clear, ma'am? It means that, so rate of change of momentum means what? Rate means per time. Rate means what, ma? Per time. Are you able to understand? Change of momentum means dp. Instantaneous change in momentum divided by very small change in time. Clear, ma? So rate of change of momentum, it means in a particular time how much momentum is changing. And momentum can be changed by how many factors? Two factors. What are they? Mass and velocity. See, if you change mass of a body, momentum will change. Similarly, if you change the velocity of the body, then also momentum will change. Okay. So momentum can be changed by two conditions. Either you can change mass or you can change velocity. Clear, no? So that change in momentum is depending on what? It is directly proportional to net external force which is acting on the system. This is called as Newton's second. Are you able to understand, ma? So rate of change of momentum directly proportional to force. So by using force, either you can change mass of a body. Are you able to understand, ma? Or you can change velocity of a body. Or you can say like this also. So if mass of the body increases and for velocity to maintain constant, then definitely you have to apply some force. Or you can say to maintain mass a constant and velocity to change, then also you have to apply external force. Okay, let us try to understand what is the meaning of this one. See, ma, here I will write down. Okay. So consider this is the equation which I have written now. So F net is proportional to dP divided by dt. Okay, ma? Now I want to remove this proportionality symbol, ma. I want to remove proportionality symbol. Then I have to write a constant, you know. So then what I will do, I will select the unit of force such that force units I will select such that proportionality constant will become 1. Are you able to understand? So what is the meaning of this one? It means that F net is equals to K dP divided by dt. Okay, ma? So this is a constant number. If I want to remove proportionality symbol, definitely I have to write some constant. Clear, no? So the units of force are selected such that K value will become 1. And what is the unit of force in SI system? Newton. So if you take newtons as the unit of measuring force, then proportionality constant will become how much? It will become 1. Okay. So therefore, same equation I can write. F net is equals to, just I can write dP divided by dt. Now no need of writing K here because K value is 1. Is it clear, ma? Force units మనం ఎలా తీసుకుంటాము అంటే proportionality constant 1 అయ్యే విధంగా తీసుకుంటాం. Fine, ma? Now already we studied that momentum can be changed by two conditions, no? Either by changing mass also you can change momentum, either by changing velocity also you can change momentum. So therefore in the same condition again I have two sub conditions. What are the sub conditions? F net is equals to m dv divided by dt, clear ma? And F net is equals to v dm divided by dt. Okay. Now can you say what is the meaning of these two conditions? Here mass I am taking out of the differentiation, no? Momentum is mass and velocity only, no? Mass I am taking out of the differentiation. It means what? It means that mass is not changing. You are applying force, but mass of the body is not changing. What is changing then? Velocity is changing. మీరు ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నారు, బాడీ మాస్ పెరగటం లేదు, తగ్గటం లేదు, వెలాసిటీ పెరుగుతుంది లేదా తగ్గుతుంది. ఫైన్ మా? dv means a change in velocity, no? Differential change in velocity. Velocity is changing, mass is not changing. So this condition is a condition when I can say mass is a constant, but velocity is a variable. Force ala apply cheyochu kada manam. For example, if a cycle is moving on a road, if you apply force on the cycle, then the velocity of the cycle will increase, no? Mass మారదు కదా. 30 kg ఉన్న సైకిల్ మీరు ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తూనే 40 kg అవుతుందా? అవ్వదు కదా. So this is the condition where mass is not changing but velocity is changing. Now in the second condition, what is the meaning of this condition, ma? Velocity is a constant but mass is a change. Are you able to understand, ma? So you have to apply force such that velocity of the body should not change but mass of the body should change. That condition is also possible. Are you able to understand? Now see ma, here what is meant by dv divided by dt? dv divided by dt, acceleration, no? Change in velocity by change in time, acceleration. So I can write f net is equal to m into a. Can I write like this? Clear number? So same equation I can write. How I can write same equation I can write? You write in the bottom, because there is no gap here, I am writing here. So f net is equals to mass into acceleration. Okay. So f net is equal to mass into acceleration. This is one condition of Newton's second law. ఇది న్యూటన్ సెకండ్ లా కాదయ్యో. న్యూటన్ సెకండ్ లా ఏంది అని చెప్పండి అంటానే ఎఫ్ నెట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఎమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ అన్నారు అనుకోండి, మీ టీచర్ ఏమైనా అడుగుతారనమాట. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. దిస్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద కేస్ ఆఫ్ న్యూటన్ సెకండ్ లా. దిస్ ఈజ్ న్యూటన్ సెకండ్. ఎఫ్ నెట్ ఈజ్ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు dp by dt is directly proportional to net force acting on the system. And from that one we have derived one sub condition where mass is not changing, only velocity is changing. So therefore I am writing f net is equal to mass into acceleration. This is one case of Newton's second. Is it clear, ma? Now this is another case. Now dm by dt, there is no term called separate name is not there for dm by dt. dm by dt is dm by dt only. Clear, no? So therefore f net is equals to v dm by dt is my answer. So from Newton's second law we have derived two equations. One condition when velocity is changing, that is when body is accelerating. And second condition, body's velocity is not changing. What is changing? Mass is changing. Is it clear, ma? So depending on the given situation, you have to select any one of these equations and you have to do the calculation. Fine? Okay. Now can you say any one example where this second condition is satisfied? దీనికి ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పండి. You are applying force. మీరు ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేయాలి. క్లియర్ మా? Velocity should not change. Mass should change. Any condition? Can you say, ma? You should apply force, mass should not change, but velocity should not change, mass should change. Can you give any example? చెప్పండి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇవ్వండి, అట్లా చూస్తాను అందరూ. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పండి. See, consider, so there is a mass of 10 kg here. Initially I am applying some force of F1 and it is moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Let us consider. Clear, ma? Mass of 10 kg moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second and I am applying how much force? I am applying a force of F1. Okay. Now what I do is, on this body, if I place one more mass of 10 kg, I am placing one more mass. Clear, ma? So what is happening to the mass? Mass has doubled, no? Mass has doubled. So by applying same force, can it travel with same velocity? No, definitely its velocity will reduce. తగ్గిపోతుంది కదా velocity. But if I want to maintain same velocity, ఇదే velocity మెయింటైన్ చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? You have to increase the force, you have to change the force to F2. That's all. Are you able to understand what is happening? So I am applying the force. Velocity should not change, but mass should change. Satisfied? Previously only 10 kg, force was F1, velocity was 2. Now I am increasing the mass, but I want to maintain same velocity, so I have to increase force also. Are you able to understand? So this is the condition. Are you able to understand? Consider you are riding a bicycle. ఉమేష్ వచ్చేసి సైకిల్ తొక్కుంటే వెళ్తా ఉన్నాడు రోడ్డు పైన. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా ఎంత స్పీడ్తో వెళ్తున్నాడు? లెట్ us assume he is traveling with a speed of 1 meter per second. వెనకాల వచ్చి వాళ్ళన్న కూర్చున్నాడు అన్నమాట. క్లియర్? బట్ హీ డజంట్ వాంట్ టు రెడ్యూస్ హిస్ స్పీడ్. అదే స్పీడ్తో వెళ్ళాలని ఫిక్స్ అయినాడు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? హీ హ్యాస్ టు అప్లై మోర్ ఫోర్స్. దట్స్ ఇట్. సో దట్ కండిషన్ ఈస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ వాట్ వీఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ హియర్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? And this first condition you know, if mass of the body is a constant, then you apply more force, then acceleration also will be greater. అంతే కదా? ఎక్కువ ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తే బాడీ ఎక్కువ యాక్సిలరేట్ అవుతుంది. ఇట్స్ వెలాసిటీ ఇంక్రీజెస్ బై ఏ గ్రేటర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్. ఇన్ విచ్ కండిషన్ మాస్ షుడ్ బి ఏ కాన్స్టెంట్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఏ 10 kg బాడీ, క్లియర్ మా, అండ్ యూ ఆర్ అప్లైయింగ్ ఏ ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ 1 Newton. 1 Newton ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నారు. దేర్ ఆర్ నో ఫ్రిక్షనల్ ఫోర్సెస్. ఫ్రిక్షనల్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఏవి లేవనుకుందాం. Then what is the acceleration produced in the body? Acceleration formula from this one, I can write A is equals to F net divided by M normal. A is equals to net force divided by mass. Net force is how much? 1 Newton. Mass of the body is how much? 10 kg. So acceleration is how much? 0.1 meter per second square. That is the acceleration. It means for every 1 second, speed of the body increases by 0.1 meter per second. That is called as acceleration. No? See, 0.1 meter per second square, I can also write it as 0.1 meter per second per second. ఇలా కూడా రాసుకోవచ్చు కదా. Meter per second means velocity. Are you able to understand? It means for every 1 second, velocity of this body is increasing by how much value? By 0.1 meter per second. That is the meaning of acceleration. ప్రతి సెకండ్కి ఈ బాడీ యొక్క వెలాసిటీ ఎంత పెరుగుతుంది? 0.1 meter per second పెరుగుతుంది. That is called as acceleration. Okay ma? Here what is happening? Mass should be constant. So what I do in the second condition? In the second condition, I will take same 10 kg body, but now I will apply a force of 10 Newton. Previously I have applied 1 Newton. No ma? Mass should be constant, in the first condition. Mass I am maintaining constant. I am increasing the force. Therefore, what is the acceleration in this condition? Let it be A1. A2 will be how much? Again, net force divided by mass. Net force is how much? 10 kg. Mass is how much? Mass is also 10. So acceleration is how much? 1 meter per second square. Okay. So in the first condition, acceleration was only 0.1. But in the second condition, acceleration is 1. How many times bigger? 10 times bigger. Are you able to understand? So this is how we can understand the Newton's second law. So this is the condition where mass is a constant, and this is a condition where velocity is a constant. Understood, Nama? Make a note up to here. Completed now Newton's second law. Now we study about Newton's third law. Okay, ma? Newton's third law. What is Newton's third law? So it says that to every action, okay, ma? So there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, ma? This is called as Newton's third law. So to every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction. Clear, ma? What is the meaning of this one? Let us try to understand. Ma, see, ma, here, consider this is a wall. Clear, ma? And a man is standing here and he is pushing the wall. Okay. Man is pushing the wall by how much force? So this is the force applied by the man on the wall. So let it be 10 Newton. Okay. It also means that wall is applying force on the man with same force. Are you able to understand? Then I can say that force applied by the wall on the man, this is also 10 Newton. Clear, Nama? So this is exactly what is called as Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Are you able to understand, Ma? Man is applying force on the wall is also applying same force on the man. Newton's third law. Clear, Nama? So now let us try to understand one more condition. Sima. Consider, so this is a body. On this body, a man is applying some force. Okay. So let mass of the body is 10 kg and force applied by the man, let it be 10 Newton. Okay. Mass of the body is 10 kg, force applied by the man is 10 Newton. Are you able to understand? Now can you say what is the acceleration produced in this condition? Acceleration A is equals to F by M only, no? Force applied is how much? 10 Newton. Mass is how much? 10 kg. What is the acceleration? 1 meter per second. That's all. So why this body is accelerating? Why velocity of this body is increasing? 1 meter per second square acceleration means 1 meter per second, no? 1 meter per second per second. Now can you say what is meant by 1 meter per second per second? What is the meaning of it? Per 1 second, velocity of this body is increasing by 1 meter per second. That is the meaning of this one. No? Are you able to understand? Now here what I have written, here I have written that man is applying a force of 10 Newton on the wall. Wall is also applying how much force? 10 Newton. Newton's third law. So here also man is applying how much force on 10 kg body? 10 Newton. Then 10 kg body also should apply how much force on the man? 10 Newton. 10 minus 10 should become 0. Both forces, they should get cancelled. No? Are you able to understand? Newton's third law is saying every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Man is applying force on the wall in this direction. Wall is also applying force on the man in opposite direction. Clear, no? So both the forces should get cancelled and body should not move, no? But why acceleration is produced? That is the question. Are you able to understand? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Man is applying 10 Newton. 10 kg also should apply 10 Newton. Both are in opposite direction, no? One force is like this, another force is in opposite direction. If opposite forces are acting, then body should be in rest position. Why this body is accelerating? That's the question. Here, definitely, man is applying 10 Newton force on the 10 kg body, and 10 kg body is applying 10 Newton force on the man. Are you able to understand? Answer our statement lone undi ikkada. See ma, for example, if I take one 10 kg body, okay ma, if I apply a force of 5 Newton in this direction, and if I apply a force of another 5 Newton on opposite direction, then these two forces, they will get cancelled with each other, no? Because these two forces, they are equal, opposite, and they are acting on the same body also. On 10 kg body only 5 Newton is acting, this 5 Newton is also acting. So both of them, they will get cancelled with each other. So I can say net force is 0. If net force is 0, acceleration is also 0. This is what I can say. But here if you observe, action and reaction, they are not acting on same body. This 5 Newton, this new 5 Newton, which are in opposite direction, if act on same body, then only forces will get cancelled. But action and reaction, they are not acting on same body. Are you able to understand? They are acting on different bodies. The force which you have applied, మీరు apply చేసిన force, it is acting on 10 kg body. Clear nama? But the force applied by 10 kg body, it is acting on whom? It is acting on the man. Are you able to understand? So therefore, if you separate them like this, how I can understand here? See ma, on 10 kg body, the action performed by the man, that is the force applied by the man, 10 Newton is acting in this direction. But the reaction given by 10 kg body is acting on man. It is not acting on 10 kg body. Are you able to understand? So, man is experiencing a reaction of 10 Newton. Okay? So, action is performed on 10 kg body, but reaction is taken by the man. So, this 10 Newton and this 10 Newton, are they acting on same body? No. They are not acting on same body. That is why they doesn't cancel with each other. Are you able to understand? So, therefore, what I say here, action and reaction, okay ma, does not act on same body. Okay ma, action and reaction are not performed on the same body. That is why they doesn't cancel with each other. Is it clear? Action or reaction rendu oke body paina unnai anukondi, cancel అయిపోతుంది. But action is performed on 10 kg body, reaction is taken by the man. So on this 10 kg body, the only force which is acting is 10 Newtons. So definitely body will accelerate. That's a very simple concept. Have you understood, ma? That's it. Remember up to here about the different types of forces which we deal in the case of Newton's laws of motion. Clear, ma? So different forces we deal in Newton's laws. Okay. What are the different types of forces we deal? First one is called normal reaction. Okay, ma? So this is the first kind of force which we have to encounter with in the case of Newton's laws. Second one is tension. Clear, ma? Third one is friction. Fourth one is external forces. Clear, ma? So these are the different kind of forces we will try to understand in the case of Newton's laws of motion. First of all, let us study what is meant by tension, normal reaction. Okay, ma'am? So first one which we are going to elaborate is normal reaction. So what is meant by normal reaction? In the name only we have this number. Normal means what? Normal means at an angle of 90 degrees is called normal, no? Okay, ma? Normal indicates perpendicular. This is called as normal. Reaction. So the action given to a reaction or reaction given to action is called as reaction. So normal reaction. What is the meaning of this one? See, ma, we will try to understand this one by taking one example. See. So consider this is a horizontal surface. Horizontal surface. And on this horizontal surface, a body of mass m is present. A horizontal surface paina, there is one body whose mass is m. Are you able to understand? Now, this body of mass m will have certain weight also, no? Mass is different, weight is different. So what is meant by mass of a body? Mass means what? Mass is nothing but matter contained in a body is called as mass of a body. Clear now? Then this body okay, same body will have certain weight also, no? Okay, mass is represented by m, weight is represented by mg. Clear now? So how you define weight of a body? Weight, how can you define? Mass into acceleration due to weight. Formula I am not asking. How you can define weight of a body? Definition is what? Weight definition. Weight means what? Mass means matter contained. మీలో ఎంత విషయం ఉందని అర్థం. విషయం అంటే the number of cells you have, the number of chloroplasts you have, clear number? The cytoplasm which you have, all this is called as matter contained in a body. So mass never changes. Even if you are present on the surface of the earth or if you go to the surface of the moon, the mass present in your body, that never changes. Are you able to understand? But according to the planet, weight changes. What is meant by weight then? Weight is nothing but the force. ఇప్పటికే 14 సార్లు చెప్పింటా కదా సింపుల్గా. The force with which यार मेरे इंस्टॉलमेंट्स बोल दिया ना. So force with which earth pulls a body. Okay, ma? Force with which earth pulls a body is nothing but weight of the body. Understood now? So if mass is greater, earth will apply greater force on that body. Mass is lesser, earth will apply. మీరు డాడీ ఫ్యాన్ వీడు, ఎక్కడన్నా అమ్మకు ఫ్యాన్ ఉంటారు, వీడు డాడీ ఫ్యాన్ వీడు. ఓకేమా? సో ఫోర్స్ విత్ విచ్ అర్త్ పుల్స్ ఎ బాడీ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ weight of a body. So weight depends upon mass also and acceleration due to gravity of that planet also. For example, if you take Earth, G value 9.8, 9.81, 9.79 approximately. Okay, or approximately you can call it as a 10 also. So for example, if you take a mass of 10 kg, G value is 10 for Earth, then what is the weight of this body? 10 tens are 100 newtons is the weight of this body. And why we are representing in Newton? Newton is the unit of force, no ma? Newton is the unit of Force. So weight is also a force only, because it is nothing but the force with which earth is pulling that body. That is called weight. Are you able to understand? So similarly, if I calculate weight of the body on the surface of the moon, then how much it will be? Then again same formula, mg. Mass of the body is 10, but g value of moon is only 1.67. G value of moon is how much? 1.67. It means acceleration produced by moon is 1.67 meter per second square. Clear now? So 10 into 1.67, it is only 16.7 Newton. Are you able to understand? So therefore, if my weight is 100 Newton on the surface of earth, then same weight of my body will be only 16.7 Newton on the surface of the moon. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా. సో డైటింగ్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు చాలా సింపుల్, మీరు మూన్ మీదకి పోయి మన వెయిట్ చూసుకొని వచ్చేసినామంటే సరిపోతుంది. వీ ఫీల్ వెరీ వెయిట్లెస్. క్లియర్? Earth is pulling us with a very big force, but the moon pulls us with a force 6 times lesser. Are you able to understand? So weight is nothing but the gravity, the force with which any planet pulls our body, that is called as weight of a body. Are you able to understand? No, sir. Now can you say weight is a scalar quantity or weight is a vector quantity? Weight is what kind of quantity? Weight is a vector quantity, because weight always has a direction. Force is a vector quantity, no? Force is what kind of quantity? Vector quantity. Without a direction you cannot apply force, no? Direction లేకుండా కూడా force apply చేస్తారా మీరు? సాధ్యం కాదు అది. You must apply direction to apply force. So therefore weight also has a definite direction. And what is the direction? For example, if you take, this is the earth, okay ma? If this is earth, so consider a body of mass m is present here, and consider a body of mass m is present here. Clear nama? Then earth pulls this body always towards its center. Similarly here also earth pulls this body always towards the center only. So weight of a body is always acting towards the center of that planet, or center of earth, or center of moon, or center of sun. Are you able to understand? So therefore, for example, if I am taking this flat surface, now can you say what is the direction in which weight is acting? Towards the center of earth. So for example, if I take this as a horizontal surface, and this is a body of mass m, then its weight mg will be acting exactly towards the center of the earth. That's all, no? Weight mg is always acting towards the center of the earth. Now what is meant by weight? Weight is nothing but the force with which earth is pulling this body, no? So earth is continuously pulling this body, but why this body is not going downwards, no? Because this weight, first of all, it falls on this platform. ఆ వెయిట్ దేనిపైన పడుతుంది? It falls on the platform on which this body is taking rest. Are you able to understand? So this body starts pushing this body downwards. అదే కదా చేసేది. Earth is pulling this one, కానీ ఇది కిందికి వెళ్ళటం లేదు. ఎందుకలా? Because this body is applying mg force on this platform. Then what platform will do according to Newton's third law? Platform also will give an equal and opposite reaction. So that is the nature of any body, no? If you apply force on one body, then that body also will try to apply force on you. And these forces are exactly equal and they are opposite also. That's what we have studied now. So therefore, if I take this platform, okay ma? On this platform, this body will apply mg force. Nothing but weight of this body falls on this platform. Then what platform will do? Platform will give a normal reaction, which is again equal to mg only. Okay? And why we are calling this one as normal reaction? Because with respect to the surface, it is always making how much angle, ma? It is making an angle of 90 degrees. So that is why it is called as normal reaction. Are you able to understand? So here weight is the action, normal reaction is the reaction, and it is always making an angle of 90 degrees with respect to the contact to surface. So that is called as normal reaction. Are you able to understand? Ma? So therefore in this condition definitely action is active. Clear? Now see ma, consider this is a platform. Clear? And on this platform there is a body of mass m. Clear, no? And this platform and this mass, both of them, they are accelerating downwards with an acceleration of a. Okay? Previously platform and mass, they were in rest position, no? Rendu rest lo unnai. Now what is the condition I am taking? So this mass is present on the platform. Mass and the platform, both of them, they are going downwards, they are accelerating downwards. Clear? Now in this condition, what is the normal reaction? ఎలా చేస్తారు? In this condition, what is the normal reaction? How can I calculate? Anybody? నోట్స్ క్లియర్గా రాసుకుంటూ ఉన్నారు కదా? నోట్స్ లేదంటే మీరు ఏమీ చేయలేరు. Can you say? In this condition, what will be the normal reaction? Less than mg. Okay, less than mg is correct. Value is how much? See, I will try to make it understand. Then I will give you one more question. Try to answer it. See, here this is the given system now. Mass is present here. Body is accelerating downwards. Clear now? Now can you say how many forces are acting on this mass? Two forces. What are the two forces? Weight and normal reaction. See, Earth is pulling this body with a force of mg. Earth is pulling this body with a force of mg. This force falls on the platform. If force ever paina padutundi platform gamma undadu kada, platform will give another normal reaction, and normal reaction is also acting on which body? Normal reaction is acting on the mass only. Are you able to understand, ma? I push this wall also pushes me. So reaction given by the wall is acting on which body? On my body only. So weight is falling on the platform will give a reaction is also acting on mass only. Clear now? So therefore, on this mass, if I draw the free body diagram of this mass, FBD of mass. This background music is okay, ma? So free body diagram of the mass. What is meant by free body diagram? Representing all the forces which are acting on a particular body, that is called as free body diagram. So if I take the free body diagram of this mass, then how many forces are acting, ma? One is its own weight mg. Mg is also pulling this body downwards, no? And another force is normal reaction. Who gave this normal reaction? Platform has given the normal reaction. Ante kada? Weight kuda dinipaina act avutundi. Normal reaction kuda danipaina act avutundi. Both of them, they are acting on the same body. Clear? Now what is the acceleration? Acceleration is A. Kindiki accelerate avutundi. If you see the direction of acceleration, immediately what do you understand? See, acceleration will be always in the direction of net force. Acceleration eppudu ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటుంది? నెట్ ఫోర్స్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటుంది. Are you able to understand? So, and what is the direction of net force? Bigger force direction is the direction of net force. Okay, ma? So see, for example, consider this is a body of mass m. So here we are applying a force of 10 Newton, and here we are applying a force of 20 Newton. Clear? Now can you say net force is how much? Net force is how much? 20 newtons. 10 Newton. In which direction? In this direction. Why? Because two forces are equal, no? Two forces are opposite, no? So net force, how can I calculate? 20 minus 10. So 10 Newton. And this 10 Newton will be in which direction? 10 Newton will be in the direction of bigger force. So F net is equal to 10 Newton. This is the direction of bigger force. Are you able to understand? So therefore, in this condition, what is the acceleration produced? According to Newton's second law, A is equals to F by m, no? According to Newton's second law, A is equals to F by m. F means what here? F means net force. What is the net force? Net force is 10 Newton. And what is the mass of the body? Mass of the body, let it be 2 kg. Clear, no? So mass is 2 kg. So what is the acceleration produced? 5 meter per second square. This is how we have to calculate the acceleration. Okay, ma? So who produces acceleration? Net force produces the acceleration. Only net force produces the acceleration. Net force will be in which direction? In the direction of bigger force. Bigger force ఏది ఉంటుందో net force ఆ వైపు యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. అంతే కదా? Now here, if I see this is the direction of acceleration, then what do you understand? We understand that mg must be greater than n. Then only net force is acting downwards, then only body will accelerate in downwards direction. అదే కదా దాని అర్థం? యాక్సిలరేషన్ కిందికి ఉంది అంటే అర్థం ఏమి? కింది వైపు ఉన్న ఫోర్స్ చాలా పెద్దది అని అర్థం. దట్స్ ఇట్. అండ్ విచ్ ఇస్ ద ఫోర్స్ విచ్ ఇస్ యాక్టింగ్ డౌన్వర్డ్స్? mg. So definitely mg should have been greater than normal reaction. So therefore what I write? mg should have been greater than normal reaction. And how can I write net force? Net force ఎలా రాస్తాం ఇక్కడ చెప్పండి? Net force is bigger force minus smaller force because they are acting in opposite direction. Clear, nama? So therefore mg minus n becomes the net force. And what is the formula for net force, ma? Mass into acceleration. So therefore this is the relation which I got. So mg minus n is equal to mass into acceleration. Understood, nama, how we are writing the Newton's laws? Okay, ma? So this is the method of writing the Newton's laws of motion. So mg minus n is equals to mass into acceleration. Clear? Now therefore what is the normal reaction acting in this condition? So normal reaction is m into G minus A. So this is the normal reaction in this condition. Clear? But previously, here what was the normal reaction? Normal reaction and weight of the body, both they were equal. But here they are not equal. Okay, ma? So normal reaction is equal to M into G minus A. That is the normal reaction acting in this condition. Fine, ma? I will give you some more conditions, try to answer them. Okay, ma? Okay, ma? So free body diagram of man. Clear? So free body man I will consider to be a point mass, ma? So his weight mg is acting downwards, no? Mass is how much? 60. G value is 10. So 600 newtons is the weight of his body. Clear, no? So see, ma, here in this condition, what is the force man is applying on the platform? That I don't know. Are you able to understand? When both the lift and man, if they are in rest position, then normal reaction and weight will be equal. But here body is accelerating, no? So normal reaction and weight definitely they will not be equal. Are you able to understand? So how much amount the man is applying force on this platform, on this lift? I don't know. If I don't know that force, then what is the force applied by lift also? I don't know. And what is meant by force applied by the lift? Normal reaction. Force applied by the lift is nothing but normal reaction. Normal reaction also I don't know. Clear? So therefore, but normal reaction direction I know, no? Normal reaction should have been acting in upwards direction. Are you able to understand, ma? So sum of the weight or force greater than weight also may fall on the platform, and the platform will give a normal reaction. But here mg and weight definitely they are not equal, because this is an accelerated system. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. So acceleration is in which direction? Upwards direction. So acceleration is equals to 4 meter per second square. This is in upward direction. So acceleration is upwards. Immediately what do you understand? So definitely normal reaction should have been a bigger force. Acceleration paiki undi ante meaning emi? Definitely normal reaction is bigger force. Are you able to understand, ma? So you go to your home. So ఎప్పుడన్నా మీ అమ్మ నాన్న కొట్లాడుకునే చూసినారా లేదు? చూడలేదా? అయితే చాలా మంచి తల్లిదండ్రులు. అయితే ఎప్పుడన్నా కొట్లాడుకుంటే మీ అమ్మ వచ్చి కూర్చోనింది అనుకోండి, మీ నాన్న సైలెంట్గా కూర్చున్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ పవర్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ మదర్ ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ వెన్ కంపేర్ టు పవర్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఫాదర్. అంతే కదా? సేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ హియర్ ఆల్సో. అన్విజ నవ్వుకుంటా ఉందంటే ఏదో జరిగింది. క్లియర్ మా? సో యాక్సిలరేషన్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ అప్వర్డ్ డైరెక్షన్. ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ డెఫినెట్లీ బిగ్గర్ ఫోర్స్ ఈజ్ ప్రెసెంట్ ఇన్ upward direction. So therefore what I can say? Therefore I can say, clear, no? Normal reaction must be greater than mg. This is what I can say, no? So how can I calculate net force? Net force. Calculation, ikkada, formula ka. How can I calculate net force in this condition? Bigger force minus smaller force. Gurtupattukovali. N minus mg. Why we are doing n minus mg? Because n is greater than mg. Clear, no? And what is the formula of net force? Formula of net force is mass into acceleration. This is how we have to write the Newton's laws. Clear, no? So therefore, అర్థమవుతున్నాయి కదా? Praneeth, are you able to follow? So therefore, n minus, what is the mass of the body? 60 kg. Mass is 60. G value is 10. Is equal to, again, mass of the body is 60. Acceleration is already given as 4. Clear, no? So therefore, now calculate the values. So therefore normal reaction is equal to how much, ma? Normal reaction is equals to 600 plus 6 2s are 240. 6 4s are 24. So 840 Newton is the normal reaction. Clear, no, ma? Okay. But see, what is the weight of the body? Weight is only 600. But normal reaction is greater than weight of the body. That is also possible. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? ఎక్కడమ్మా? ఎక్కడ చూపించు, ఎక్కడ? It is one interesting thing which we have to see, ma'am. Normal reaction is greater than weight of the body. Okay, so it is also possible. It is not that every time weight should be greater than normal reaction and weight and normal reaction are equal. This condition is also possible. So normal reaction is greater than weight of the body. Are you able to understand? Okay. So now I will give you one more question. Try to answer it. So consider this is a lift. Okay, ma? On this lift there is a weighing machine. On this weighing machine a man is standing. Clear, ma? Mass of the man is 60 kg and the lift is accelerating downwards with an acceleration of 3 meter per second square. Then what is the reading of the weighing machine? Reading of weighing machine is how much? Clear, ma? That's the question. Have you understood, ma? Lift. Inside the lift there is a weighing machine. On the weighing machine man is standing. System is accelerating downwards. Then what is the reading of the weighing machine? Weighing machine will show what is the mass of your, it shows your mass of your body only, no, ma? Clear? In this condition, what is the reading of the weighing machine? Clear, no, ma? So first of all, we will study how weighing machine works. Then we will study how to take its reading. Clear, ma? See, my concept of weighing machine I am writing here. Weighing machine always reads your normal reaction. Okay, ma? Weighing machine never depends on your weight, ma. Weighing machine me weight paina depend avadu. It depends on how much normal reaction it is giving. Are you able to understand? So therefore, weighing machine always reads your normal reaction. So therefore, how can I calculate a reading? Reading is normal reaction divided by G value. Normal reaction means it is also a kind of force, no? Weight is a force, normal reaction is a force. And these values, if you divide by G value, then you will get mass. Weight in G to multiply just mass vastundi, and that is the reading of the weighing machine. Are you able to understand, ma? So whatever normal reaction you get, divide that one by G value, that will be the reading of the weighing machine. Are you able to understand? Now by using this concept, try to say this is not 6 kg, ma, 60 kg. Say what is the reading of the weighing machine. Come on. Try to say. Hmm? 4.2 may be correct. 4.2 I don't think is correct. I think it should be 42 maybe. Okay. See, ma, here again same concept. You take the free body diagram of man. No, 420 you will get. Normal reaction I think you will get 420. See, ma. So free body diagram of man. Let us. So what is the weight of the man, ma? Mass is 60. I am asking weight. Weight is 600 Newton. That you should not forget. Okay. Are you able to understand? Weight means always you have to take mg, not m. Okay. Weight is mg. And this weight, some of the weight falls on this weighing machine. No? So weighing machine will give a reaction. Reaction will be in which direction? Reaction will be in upwards direction. But acceleration is acting in which direction? Downwards direction. Acceleration 3 meter per second square, it is acting in downwards direction. Clear now? If acceleration is in downwards direction, it means definitely 600 should have been greater than normal reaction. So 600 minus normal reaction is equal to mass. Mass of the body 60. Acceleration 3. Clear now? So therefore normal reaction is equal to 600 minus 180. So 600 minus 180, 420 Newton. Okay, ma? So therefore normal reaction shown by the weighing machine on the man is how much? It is 420 Newton. So then what is the formula for reading? N by G. Clear, na, ma? So therefore reading is equals to 420 divided by G value is 10. So therefore it is 420 kg. Okay, ma? So mass of the man is 60 kg, no? Mass of the man is 60 kg. But weighing machine is showing how much reading? 42 only. Okay. It doesn't. It means that weighing machine always doesn't show the correct reading. You should be present in a non-accelerated frame of reference. Then only it will show correct reading. Okay, ma? If weighing machine is accelerating, either it will show greater reading or lesser reading. If weighing machine is accelerating upwards, it will show greater reading. If weighing machine is accelerating downwards, it will show lesser reading. But if weighing machine is traveling with uniform velocity, then it will show actual reading. Are you able to understand? So let us write some examples of that also. Completed nama, how we have done this calculation. So, dieting చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఇది కూడా ఒక మంచి పద్ధతి అన్నమాట. Go in a lift, place a weighing machine, కింది ఫ్లోర్ బటన్ కొట్టండి. అంటే lift starts accelerating downwards. Then it will show lesser reading. Clear? That's it. Okay. So I will give you one more question, try to answer it. Again a lift. weighing machine. Man is standing, mass of the man is 60 kg. Clear, ma? Acceleration is g. Clear? Then what is the reading of the weighing machine? Come on. Try side. See this condition. So here, acceleration is g itself. Can you say in which condition acceleration will be equal to g value, ma? Acceleration g value ku eppudu equal avutundi. G means 9.8 or 10 you can take, no? In which condition that is possible? Suppose very simple. The lift in which you are moving upwards, if that rope breaks down, మీరు ఎక్కే ఆ లిఫ్ట్ రోప్ తెగిపోయింది అనుకోండి, లిఫ్ట్ బిహేవ్స్ లైక్ ఎ ఫ్రీలీ ఫాలింగ్ బాడీ. క్లియర్ మా? ఇఫ్ ద లిఫ్ట్ బిహేవ్స్ లైక్ ఎ ఫ్రీలీ ఫాలింగ్ బాడీ, సో ఫ్రీలీ ఫాలింగ్ బాడీస్ హ్యావ్ హౌ మచ్ యాక్సిలరేషన్? G acceleration. Okay, then your weighing machine says that you doesn't have any mass. Clear now? So therefore, let us see. Again here, if I draw the free body diagram of man, on the man how many forces are acting? Its weight mg is acting downwards, mass is 60, g value is 10. Clear now? And lift is giving a normal reaction. But what is the acceleration? Acceleration is g, which is equal to 10 meter per second square. Clear now? So because acceleration is in downwards direction, definitely I can say 600 should have been greater than normal reaction. దీంతో పోలిస్తే ఇది చిన్న ఫోర్స్ అయి ఉంటుంది. Clear? So therefore how can I calculate a net force? Subtraction of two forces, 600 minus n is equal to net force. Net force formula, mass into acceleration. Clear no? See మా ఇక్కడ నేను ఎంత నీట్గా రాస్తా ఉన్నానో అంతకన్నా నీట్గా మీకు నోట్స్లో ఉండాలి. అవుతుంది కదా? If you are not quite neat in writing the notes, then there is no use. మళ్ళీ మీకు రెఫర్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఏమి ఉండదు అక్కడ. ఓకే, సీమా. సో దేర్ ఫార్ 600 minus n is equals to mass of the body 60, a value is 10. So 600. So normal reaction is 0 newtons. Are you able to understand? It means your weighing machine says that you doesn't have any mass. మీరు ఫోటాన్ లాంటి ఒక పార్టికల్, మీకు మొమెంటం ఉంటుంది కానీ మాస్ ఉండదని చెప్పేస్తున్నారు. క్లియర్? This is the condition. Okay. Now I will give one more condition. Try to answer it. Clear now? See, for example, you are standing in a lift on a weighing machine. So your mass is equals to 60 kg, and a lift is accelerating in upwards direction with an acceleration of g. Okay. Now lift is not accelerating downwards, it is accelerating upwards with an acceleration of g. Then in this condition, what will be the reading of the weighing machine? Zero is not correct. చేయండి, ఆలోచించండి. Lift is accelerating in upwards direction with an acceleration of g. Okay, let us draw the free body diagram. Everything you can achieve by using free body diagram only. Clear? In Newton's laws, drawing the free body diagrams are very important. If you don't have the idea of drawing free body diagram, you can never solve the Newton's laws problems. Clear? So let us see. So free body diagram of man. His weight is how much? 600 Newton. Clear number? And definitely man should have been experiencing normal reaction in upward direction. But acceleration is in which direction? Acceleration is equal to g is equal to 10 meter per second square. It is in upward direction. If acceleration is in upward direction, definitely I can say normal reaction should have been greater than 600 Newton. So therefore n minus 600 becomes the net force, and net force formula is mass into acceleration. Acceleration value is g. Clear nama? So therefore n value is equals to how much? Clear ma? So 600 plus 600, so 1200 Newton. Correct only ma? So normal reaction is, I wanted to give another condition. By mistake, I gave you this condition. Okay, fine. So normal reaction is 600 Newton. So therefore, what is the reading? Reading is normal reaction divided by g value. So 1200 divided by 10 is equals to 120 kg. So he will show that your reading is 120 kg. Well, yeah, you said. See, I was confused with the condition which I have given. I wanted to give another condition, but I gave another condition. Okay. So your mass is only 60 kg. But weighing machine is showing your reading to be 120 kg. ఈ 20 లిఫ్ట్లో ఎక్కకండి, చాలా ఫీల్ అవుతారు మీరు, ఏది ఇంతున్నానా నేను. So question you have understood, no? So this is a man who is present on the this weighing machine, and lift and weighing machine, they are accelerating downwards with an acceleration of 2g, 2 times the acceleration due to gravity. Then in that condition, what is the reading of the weighing machine? No. So here he gave acceleration is 2 times the g value, no? If it is a freely falling body, lift falls with an acceleration of g. Rope తెగిపోయింది అనుకోండి, if rope is cut down, it falls with an acceleration of g, because every freely falling body has an acceleration of g. But here this body, it is falling with a double acceleration of a freely falling body. It means that somebody is applying force on that lift in downwards direction. అర్థమవుతుంది కదమ్మా? So this is not a freely falling body. This is a body which is experiencing force in downwards direction. That is why its acceleration is double to that of freely falling body. Are you able to understand? So whatever it may be, let us write the free body diagrams. So man, his weight is acting in which direction? Weight is acting in which direction? What is the weight? 600 Newton. Normal reaction is acting in upward direction. Acceleration is in which direction? Acceleration is in downwards direction. It means which force is greater than which force? Chapali, 600 Newton is greater than normal reaction. So net force, how can I calculate? 600 minus normal reaction is equal to net force. Net force formula is mass into acceleration. So 600 minus n is equals to mass of the body is 60. And what is g value? G value is 2 into 10. Clear, Nama? So therefore normal reaction is 600 minus 1200. Clear, Nama? So therefore normal reaction is minus 600 Newton. So therefore what is the reading? Reading is equals to minus 600 divided by 10 value, g value. So minus 60 Newton, sorry, minus 60 kg will be the reading of the weighing machine. Okay, what does minus 60 represent? అంటే మీ వెయిట్ నెగిటివ్ వెయిట్ చూపిస్తుందని అర్థం అది. Okay, anybody, can you say what is happening here? Anybody? Sima, what is the acceleration of the lift? Acceleration of the lift 20 meter per second square. 2g means 20, no? 20 meter per second square is the acceleration of the lift. But what is the acceleration of the man? Man acceleration will be g only, no? Are you able to understand, no? Man is present inside the lift. Man is present inside the lift. Somebody is pushing the lift downwards. Somebody is pushing the lift downwards. That is, it is accelerating with an acceleration greater than freely falling body. But nobody is applying force on the man, no? Nobody is applying force on the man. He will try to behave like a freely falling body only. His acceleration will be g only. Are you able to understand, no? So therefore what happens is, for example, if this is a lift and initially this is a weighing machine, man is standing here. Are you able to understand? So lift starts falling with an acceleration of 2g. Lift starts falling with an acceleration of 2g. Somebody is applying force on this one. But man tries to fall with an acceleration of g only. Man మీద ఎవరు ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేయటం లేదు కదా. So he will try to fall down with an acceleration of g itself. So after some time what happens is, clear ma? So lift will be somewhere here, man will be floating somewhere here. Clear, no? Because he is traveling with a greater acceleration. Lift is traveling with a greater acceleration, but man is falling very slowly. లిఫ్ట్ తో కంపేర్ చేస్తే మ్యాన్ యాక్సిలరేషన్ తక్కువ ఉంది కదా, వీడు మెల్లిగా కిందికి వస్తాడు. లిఫ్ట్ చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా కిందికి వస్తుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ సమ్ టైమ్ వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్? క్లియర్ నా? సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద లిఫ్ట్. మ్యాన్ విల్ బీ గోయింగ్ అండ్ స్ట్రైకింగ్ ద రూఫ్ ఆఫ్ ద లిఫ్ట్. పైకి అతుక్కొని పైన ఉంటాడు. క్లియర్? దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ నో, బికాస్ యాక్సిలరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద లిఫ్ట్ ఈస్ వెరీ లార్జ్, బట్ యాక్సిలరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాన్ ఈస్ లెస్సర్. సో బోత్ ఆర్ falling bodies only, but this is falling with a greater acceleration, man is falling with a lesser acceleration. Okay ma? So if this is the lift, if this is the man, ఇది చాలా ఫాస్ట్ కిందికి వస్తే వీడు మెల్లిగా వెళ్తుంటాడు. సో he will go and strike to the roof. Are you able to understand? It means now this weighing machine, it is no longer present here. Weighing machine is present here. ఇక్కడ ఉంది weighing machine. Clear ma? And negative reaction indicates that it is showing reaction in this direction. Okay ma? Normal reaction is also vector quantity, no? It has a direction. So here what was the direction of normal reaction? In upwards direction. So all values we were getting positive. Okay? But here what is happening? So this man is going and striking to the roof, no ma? On the roof, if there is a weighing machine, it will show normal reaction in downward direction. That's the reason why I got normal reaction to be negative. Are you able to understand? So if the acceleration of the lift is greater than g value, then slowly you go and hit to the roof. రూఫ్ ఒక తుప్పని ఉంటాడు. Is it clear? That's the condition which is happening here. Fine, ma? So direction of normal reaction has reversed. That is why I got negative value. Normal reaction is a vector quantity, no? If one direction is given positive, other direction should be negative. Fine, that's it. Make a note of it. మీ ఓన్ వర్డ్స్లో ఏం రాసుకుంటారో రాసుకోండి. వాట్ వి రైట్ హియర్? సో నోట్ పాయింట్ విచ్ ఐ రైట్ ఈస్, ఓకేమా, మ్యాన్ మూవ్స్ అప్వర్డ్స్ అండ్ గెట్స్ అటాచ్డ్ himself to the roof of the lift. Okay, ma? That is why the normal reaction is negative.